There's a story of this guy in the Bible, and I'm not going to read it to you, but I'm trying to talk about how the scars are for you. This guy's name was Thomas. We call him Doubting Thomas. But what you got to know is Jesus never called him that. That phrase, Doubting Thomas, is not in the Bible. We just say that about him. He's not much different than us. So I don't know, your name is Charlie, but you're Doubting Charlie. Jesus rose from the dead. He's meeting with everybody. And then he's showing himself to people, and they're like 500 at a time. Even secular accounts that documented this, they all got these. It's amazing study to see the proof that he rose from the dead. But he was showing up with his disciples, but Thomas didn't see it. So all the brothers were saying, man, you got this amazing, he's alive. Thomas going, I'm not going to believe it unless I see it, and I got to touch the scars. And so Jesus, a week later, walks into a house. They're all locked in because they're afraid for their life. Interesting enough, after they saw that Jesus rose from the dead, those same people who couldn't even tell somebody they knew Christ, after they saw it, almost all of them gave their lives for what they saw. Jesus walks into the room and he sees Thomas and he goes, Thomas, come over here. Jesus knows what you need to see. And Thomas goes over and he said, Thomas, I want to show you something. He said, put your hand right here. And then Thomas goes, you're my Lord and my God. And then Jesus said, yeah, you got it. He said, but some will never get to touch and see. But blessed is those who believe and they never get to see it. I love this Christ, the Father, the Spirit of God. Jesus was on the cross dying. It wasn't the nails that held him there. It was his desire to forgive. He stopped dying for a little bit to win one more person to the Lord, the thief on the cross. One more person to him. I've got an analogy I just want to show you real quick. It's a basketball, and we picked this up this week. This basketball cost about $30. In my hands, that's what it's worth, $30. But in the best basketball player in the world right now is Steph Curry. I mean, how many would agree? The brother, oh my gosh. I just never seen anything like it, really. This basketball in my hand is worth $30, but in Steph's hand, it's worth $40 million. It just depends on whose hands it's in. This football, I had them take a little bit of air out of it. That's my favorite part. In my hands, this ball costs about $30. But in the hands of Peyton Manning, $200 million. If you take all of his contracts, football and Budweiser, everything else. In my hands, it's only worth about $30, but in his hand, it's worth $200 million. This golf ball is worth $4, a Pro V1. It's a good golf ball. Don't you try to steal it. Best golfer in the world right now is Jordan Spieth. And that's his sister. In my hands, this ball is worth $4, but in Jordan Spieth's hand, it's worth $40 million. It just depends on whose hands it's in. We picked up these nails. These nails are worth about $4, and in my hands, it's really all it's worth. But in the hands of Jesus, it's just a very valuable story. It's got to be frustrating when you paid such a huge price to forgive you. We don't even pay attention to the scars. The scars are for you. It's for you.